Former police officers, what incident made you quit your job? A few years ago we got a call from a man begging us to come and detain him before he takes his own life. We didn't know what to expect when we arrived at his house, but when we did we saw an absolute giant man who towered over every one of us. He was holding a tiny Hello Kitty flip phone in his hand and crying about his daughter. He fell to his knees when he saw us and started to cry, screaming, "She's dead, she's dead." It was the most primal cry I have heard, but right as we were about to walk to him, one of my colleagues yelled, "He's got a firearm." I looked closer, and there indeed was a small pistol on his hip. But he wasn't clutching it, he was on his knees looking down at the ground sobbing violently. And yet, all of my colleagues drew their weapons and pointed them at him. I was very new at the time and didn't know how this stuff worked, so when my superior ordered me to point my forearm at that effer I did. We proceeded to slowly inch closer to him, all 7 of us surrounding and pointing our pistols at the man on his knees crying about the loss of his daughter. I remember he was still bawling his eyes out when one of my colleagues kicked him down and pressed his knee against his neck while another took the firearm from him. I watched in horror as another colleague then tried to take the Hello Kitty phone off him. He justified it saying the phone could be used as a weapon, and started pulling at the man's hand trying to take the phone. However, the phone was something